So Braylon Combe, 225, and she came back with a 218. Reese Hawley, 225. She comes back with a 220. Combe with a 65.3 on that last leg.
Bye-bye.
And we now move on to our boys 1600 meters, just very similar to what you saw here, except the standard, just a little faster here, for 11:75. We had 9 boys. We've had 9 boys go under that time. Check that again. 11 boys have gone under 4:11 at some point this season. We start off with our top seed, Maximo Zavaleta, absolute legend here. He's 2-time Division I champion here. He was second a year ago, made it onto the California State meet. The senior from King off to UCLA went 4:04.28 to establish a new Division I record last week. Aiden Antonio was right there in his shadow the whole way, 4:05.14, also would have eclipsed the previous Division I record. And a junior from Woodbridge, Aiden Antonio. Van Kruger, he'll be off to Grand Canyon University, the senior of Oaks Christian. He was your Division III champ, 5-second PR there, 4:06.90. Chris Desai also going to UCLA with Zavaleta, senior from Maricosta, helped provide some good points there for that Division I boys team title. Chase Deladani be off to the Naval Academy there. He's gone 4:07.53, one of that memorable Division I affair a week ago. Jonah Vasquez off to Long Beach State, his first year of doing the 1600 competitively. He's gone 4:08, so a 4-second PR last week. Blake Sigworth of Palos Verdes has gone 4:09. Lyle Medeiros has gone 4:08. Arizi Nosu of Oaks Christian's gone 4:11, the junior. Colin Goli of Dos Pueblos, he's gone 4:12. He was second in Division II. Elijah Medina, 10th grader, Redlands East Valley, lifetime best of 4:10. Caleb Burton, Crescenta Valley, really having a great track season here. They went 4:10. Owen Souther of Canyon Country. Owen Abbott of Dos Pueblos. Nolan Calder of San Juan Hills. Enzo Dyke, 10th grader of Crescenta Valley, is there. And Luke Frito of J. Sarah, along with our Division IV champ, 2-time Division IV champ, Declan Mansbridge.
Do you know if they sell coffee? Coffee.
When did you find out what contact?
And here we go again, very similar to what we saw from our girls. We had 9 move on. This field arguably a little deeper than what we saw in the girls, so we could very well see over 10 athletes making a 4:11.75 standard. That is Jonah Vasquez of Cathedral right to the front. And Deladani of Riverside Poly right in his back pocket there through this first 200. And they're going to get after it here. That first 200 at 29. Aiden Antonio of Woodbridge in that second spot. And Maximo Zavaleta, again, 2-time Division I champion, not only in the 16 but the 32. You add his 2 cross-country titles as well. He's got 6 CIF titles attached to his resume. He is currently in 4th. That is Owen Abbott of Dos Pueblos, currently in that 5th spot with Kruger. Kruger with sub 151 speed. He's going to be right there in that 5th spot. They come through at 61. So 60.6 on the first, but 63 on the back. So everybody in it right now through the first lap. It continues to be Vasquez. Again, we're not making this up, folks. First year running the 1600 meters, and he has already got a 4:08.44 from last weekend. Deladani, Antonio, Zavaleta. So you're seeing a slightly different approach to what we saw in the divisional finals from those Division I boys. They were going after it big time there from the gun. Right now, a little more conservative approach in here, trying to go under 4:11. Burton of Crescenta Valley right there in that 7th spot on the outside. So Vasquez, Deladani, Antonio, Zavaleta, Abbott. That's Medina. And here comes Ben Kruger. Watch out, 4:06.90 a week ago. They come through at 2:05. So trying to replicate that, they will be under 4:11. So even if the back of the pack there, if they could go negative splits, all these boys know how to go negative splits. They train for it every day. That is Vasquez. He's not giving this one up, folks. Running just like the veteran. And Deladani, Antonio, Zavaleta, Medina, and everybody else coming along for the ride there. Sigworth, the Palos Verdes, Chris Desai. So much like the 405 South there, kind of a traffic jam with 600 meters to go.
Down here?
So you eat that too? Is it on this
It continues to be Vasquez staying safe up front, Deladani, but you saw the deadly kicks from last week, sub 60 from Deladani. Zavaleta easing into another gear like he usually does. This is the senior from Martin Luther King moving to the lead, but Antonio, just like he did last week, moving right up on him. 309, 310. We need a 60, folks. 60 from all those boys right there, including Desai, Burton, Sigworth. 3:11.5 on the back of that peloton there in the 1600. Owen Southern now starting to move up, but Zavaleta and Antonio, almost a replay of what we saw a week ago in that Division I final. And here comes Owen Abbott of Dos Pueblos. And here comes Medeiros of Claremont. Medeiros playing coy and just unloads here with Kruger. Look at that clock, folks. 4:11.75. We're at 3:53, 3:55. Top six automatically make it. Zavaleta not backing down from Antonio's heat there. Here comes Desai. Here comes Kruger. Here comes Valdez. 4:06, 4:08, 4:09. Oh! Zavaleta 4:06.30, just wouldn't give it up to Antonio. 4:06.54. Desai 4:08.87 with a 58.8 on that last lap. Vasquez 4:09. Vasquez 4:09.16, Deladani 4:09.85, Kruger 4:10.01, Medina 4:10.25, Medeiros 4:10.48, Abbott 4:10.74 ahead of Sigworth, Frito 4:11.72. He makes the California State meet by 0.03. And 11 boys will be moving on to the California State meet next weekend, with Luke Frito, a alternate, stepping up to the plate and taking advantage of this second chance here, and now moving on to next week with Sigworth, Abbott, Medeiros, Medina, Kruger.
All right, Drake.
Yeah.
What do you
Deladani, Vasquez, Desai, Antonio, and he is doing it again. He was second a year ago at the Masters meet, but he's going to take the gold here this season, Maximo Zavaleta.